24th of February 2013. Close your eyes and relax the whole body and mind. We must try not to grasp our body and mind. We are always using our mind and body with the idea of my mind and my body. What we must do is to remove that wrong idea. When we use our mind and body, must not grasp as our own, must not think as something or someone. We must try to be able to use our mind and body without grasping or without the idea of something we own. Grasping use is wrong. Using only is right. Grasping use is our own habits. If there is grasping habit in practicing meditation, we are not in the right way. We must try to be able to practice only without grasping to our mind and body, without grasping to the method we are using. We must try not to grasp whatever we experience concerned with practicing meditation. We must not pay attention to the time and to the place. Paying attention is also grasping habit. What we must do is to be able to do only without grasping. This is right understanding about practicing meditation. If your understanding is wrong, your practice will not be in the right way. In fact, grasping action is not necessary. We must try to be able to use only, to do only, to know only, to experience only. We must be mindful to the pleasant happening inside our body. Ever new impermanent nature is always happening inside our body. If we do not try in the right way, we cannot know that truth. If we pay attention only to our mind and body, we can know only about our mind and body. To know about ever new impermanent nature, we must stop taking care of ourselves. Life is to use only. No need to take care of. No need to think as real. We are always using our life and the life of others with attachment as I or you. Because of paying attention to the created truth, all our understanding concerned with created truth, not about the original truth, impermanent nature and permanent nature. We need to make donation as much as we can. We need to keep precept. We need to listen to Buddha teaching. We need to learn about Buddha teaching. And also we need to meditate. Besides, our understanding must be right understanding. Practicing meditation only is not enough. When we practice meditation, we must use right understanding. To be right understanding, we have to learn Buddha teaching. Most of my teaching is about right understanding, which you must use whatever you do, including practicing meditation. Right understanding is mental actions. Wrong understanding is also mental action. Right understanding is necessary to be right mindfulness, right effort, right concentration, and right thinking. At the present time, making donation is not much difficult. keeping precepts is also not too difficult. Practicing meditation is also not much difficult. Changing our understanding from wrong understanding to right understanding is difficult. We used to grasp our own understanding. We love our own view. Because of attachment to our own idea or understanding, it is difficult to abandon our own understanding. By using right understanding, trying to abandon our own understanding. Mind and body is to use only, not to grasp as our own, not to think as something or someone. We are always using our mind and body, which are created truth, with wrong understanding. We need to change our understanding. Relax your mind and body, not only in meditation time, but also in our daily life. Our attention must be only inside the body. We must try to notice the pleasant happening inside our body. When we do so, we must relax our mind and body. Grasping use comes from the idea of someone or something. In fact, it's ever new impermanent nature, not someone, not something. Someone or something is real only in our wrong view. If we are using wrong understanding or wrong view, I or you, male or female, young or old, will be real. Because of wrong understanding, something or everything is real. Someone or everyone is real. If there is no wrong understanding, there is impermanent nature and permanent nature only. We are habitually using wrong understanding. When we do something, when we read, when we eat, when we sleep, when we do good deeds, we are using wrong understanding. What I am teaching is about wrong understanding. Understanding wrong understanding as wrong understanding is right understanding. We have a lot of desire. It is because of we are using wrong understanding. Usually we practice meditation as we want to do. Practicing meditation is right, but using our desire is wrong. Doing as we want to do is wrong. We must try to be able to practice which we should practice, not as we want. Whatever we do, we must try to be able to do what really should do, not as we like. There is desire in everyone. It is right, but that desire is not to obey. The more you obey your own desire, there will be endless desire, one after another. In this way, your mind will never be free from desire. We must have courage to make against our own desire. We must try not to obey our own desire. In this way, we will be able to do what really should do. Using right understanding is changing our mental actions. We need to change our understanding because we are born with wrong understanding. We are using wrong understanding from the beginning of our life. We can use our mind and body, but we must try to use with right understanding. We must try to understand the ever-new impermanent nature by paying attention to the pleasant happening inside our body. We must practice like this, but we must not grasp to our action, trying to be able to do only without attachment to the action of doing and not doing, knowing and not knowing. We must try to do everything without the wrong understanding of I or someone. Everything or everyone is to use only, not to misunderstand as I or you, living beings or non-living beings, just to use only. We are always using our own intelligence with wrong understanding. We think our intelligence as something. It is wrong understanding. In fact, to use only, not to grasp as our own, not to think as something. Whatever we know, it comes from our intelligence. Our intelligence is giving a lot of answers. We must try not to grasp to our understanding and not understanding. Just to use only, not to attach, not to reject, but to use only. We cannot avoid using created truth, but we can avoid using wrong understanding. If we do not learn about Buddha teaching, our understanding will always be wrong, which means our mental actions is wrong. That's why there are a lot of mental problems, because of we are making mental mistake all the time. We must try to change the cause. In this way, the effect will also change. In human society, we are dealing with other people. We all are using wrong understanding. That's why we have to deal with Buddha and his teaching. In this way, we will be able not to make mental mistake. If we do not meditate, there will always be mental mistake. That's why there are a lot of problems concerned with our mind. By realizing mind and body, we must try to understand the ever-new impermanent nature. Paying attention to the scene, to the sound, to the smell, to the taste, which are wrong mental action. We must pay attention only to pleasant happening inside our body. By listening to my teaching, you must try to understand as I understand. You need to change your own understanding. If you cannot practice in the right way, you cannot understand about the right understanding. Practicing in the right way, in the middle way is the cause. Understanding about right understanding and wrong understanding is the result. If you are using right understanding to understand about the original truth, it is not much difficult. If your understanding is wrong in searching for the truth, it is not sure to be enlightened. You must try not to forget right understanding, not only in practicing meditation, but also in daily life. If your understanding is right, your physical action and your oral action will also be less and less mistake. Meditation is mind's work. Focusing on something is not enough. To use wrong understanding is very important. Not to reject, not to attach, to do only, to use only, to experience only is right understanding. There is like or dislike happen in our mind. It is because of wrong understanding. If you are using right understanding, there will be less and less attachment to the created truth. Right understanding is also to use only, not to grasp as something. Wrong understanding is also to experience only, to use only, not to grasp as something. All living beings are also to use only, to experience only, not to grasp as I or you. man or animal, male or female, just to use only, just to experience only. A lot of attachment is because of wrong understanding. Don't forget the truth, not to reject, not to accept, not to attach, to use only, to know only, to experience only, to do only. With right understanding, try to find the ever-new impermanent nature. Pay attention to the pleasant happening inside the body. Impermanent nature is appearing and disappearing process, not something, not someone, just impermanent nature. The more we understand about the original truth, impermanent nature, there will be less and less attachment to the created truth. We are using created truth with wrong understanding and attachment. We must try to replace from wrong understanding to right understanding. In this way, there will be less and less attachment to our mind and body. In this way, we will be able to use mind and body in the right way, with right understanding and non-attachment. If we can use created truth in the right way, it is very useful. Created truth is very useful if we can use in the right way, without rejecting and without attaching. If we use with wrong understanding and attachment, there will always be problems because of misusing the created truth. We cannot deny using the created truth, but we can deny using wrong understanding and attachment. If there is wrong understanding, there will be attachment. If there is right understanding, there will be no attachment. We must try to be able to use wrong understanding to be right understanding, attachment to be detachment. We are using our mind all the time. In this way, we are making a lot of mental mistakes. We must try to use our mind with right understanding. We must try to correct our mental mistake. You cannot understand like this, that's why you need to understand like this. We are normally using wrong understanding. We need to change our mental action. Only by practice you can understand the difference between wrong understanding and right understanding. We used to think what is wrong, what is right, who is wrong, who is right. That thinking comes from wrong understanding of someone or something. If there is no wrong understanding, there will be no more question like this. In human society, we cannot understand like this. We are using the created truth as original truth. In this way, we can never understand the original truth. All the problems in our human society are because of misusing the created truth as original truth. The answer of all the problems in human society is trying to abandon wrong understanding. By using right understanding, it is possible to abandon wrong understanding, which means we need to change our mental action. In this way, our understanding will change, our life will totally change. Compare with physical right action, oral right action, right understanding or mental right action is the most important. If you cannot correct mental mistake, there will be no real enlightenment. Paying attention to what we are doing, what other people are doing, are also wrong mental action. Understanding like this is right understanding. In this way, we must try to use right understanding and right action. Physical mistake and oral mistake are easy to correct because we pay attention not to make mistake. physically and orally. But if we do not pay attention to correct mental mistake, it will be difficult to correct mental mistake. If your action is right, there will be good result. If your action is wrong, there will be bad results. Using right understanding is also changing our mental action. You must try, we all must try to understand the benefit of right understanding by practice. If we are grasping our own understanding, we cannot understand like Buddha. If we are able to abandon our own understanding, it is easy to understand as Buddha. All understanding, right or wrong, are to use only, not to grasp as something. We have to suffer because of grasping habit. If there is no grasping habit, there will be no suffering. Our mind will be free from wrong understanding and attachment. A lot of people are practicing meditation, but because of mistake, there is no end in their practice. If you are doing good deeds with wrong understanding, you must do good deeds endlessly. The original truth, impermanent nature and permanent nature, can understand without wrong understanding and attachment. If you are using wrong understanding, you cannot understand real original truth. We cannot understand impermanent nature with wrong understanding. That's why instead of trying to understand impermanent nature, trying to understand impermanent nature with wrong understanding is impossible. What possible is trying to use right understanding and right action. We must try to use physical, oral and mental action in the right way. In this way, there will be less and less attachment to the created truth, and we can understand about the impermanent nature more and more clearly. If your understanding is wrong, whatever you understand, whatever you know, will be wrong understanding. To be free from wrong understanding is more important. No one is perfect except Buddha. There are also a lot of weakness in me, in my teaching. Whatever happens, it is important to be able to use in the right way. If we can use our life in the right way, it is useful. Who you are or who I am is not important. What you are or what I am is not important. All are created truth. If we can use created truth in the right way, not rejecting and not attaching, it will be useful. We may be young, we may be old, it is not important. We may be healthy, we may be sick. The situation is not important. If you can use in the right way, it is useful. What we must try is to be able to use ourselves and other people concerned with us in the right way. To be able to use only, to experience only, to know only, to do only. In this way, we all can be free from all problems and all our desire will be fulfilled by that power. Teaching is over now. Let's share our merits. May all merits we have done till now be dedicated to all sentient beings. May all beings rejoice and share in our merits. Sadhu, sadhu.